Hello and welcome to Craft Time with Michael. Today I shall show you how to repair an Easystar radio-controlled aeroplane. Now if you are watching this, I'm assuming you've already seen my previous video where I had crashed this plane due to unforeseen circumstances. Well, today we shall repair it. I've got my supplies ready, as you see, and now we can fix it. If this fucking bird doesn't shut up, I'm gonna kill it. Alright, I'm just gonna check the framing here, not everything. Scoot it this way a little bit. Alright, I've got my plane here. The old rudder. As a guide, sort of, and my tools and supplies, and I have the board that I'll be using to make a rudder. The board is just one sheet of Elmer's foam board with the thick paper. It's pretty sturdy. It's actually what I used to make the add-on, because when I got the plane, the rudder was too small. You really couldn't do much, so I added this on there, and it held solid for about 2 years now. But you see it was just taped on there, and I think what might have caused the flutter is because it's just taped on. It's just on the side there, so I think there might have been like more drag over here on the left side there, which would have caused it to flutter. So what I'm gonna do is basically make this same shape, but just do all foam board instead of having that extra. So that should fix that situation. I'm hoping it's stiff enough. I'm pretty sure it is. This Elipore foam is pretty stiff, but so is this. I'll be leaving the paper on there, so yeah. Alright, let's get started. Not really gonna get too perfectionist on this. I'm probably just going to copy what I already have here and see if I can get that to work. But to start out, I'm going to get rid of the extra material that's left over there. Hopefully this bird isn't too annoying. Or I'll have to tell it to shut the fuck up. Alright, 1 second, I'm gonna take care of this bird. Alright, I am back. Hopefully he will be quiet. Get a little bit closer here. What I'm basically gonna do is just trim off this extra material that was left over. Not sure if I'm in the way or not, but this doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just gonna try and get it off though. Now I'm just taking off the glued on foam from the clevis, elevator clevis. I don't know if this is actually, I don't think it's necessary, but hopefully it'll give it a little more grip on the new foam board rather than just pulling off, which is always a possibility. Alright, that should be good enough. Alright, now what I'm going to have to do is bevel this edge, because the old one, you'll see, just had a push down when they molded it, they had a real thin piece of foam holding it on there, which is good. But now that I'm doing a tape hinge, I'll have to bevel this section, and the foam. This side should be thin enough, so I don't have to worry about this, but this is actually a little bit too thick. So I'm going to bevel that quick. So basically all I'm doing is just cutting an angle in here. Doesn't have to be perfect again, but yep, just making sure this angle is sharp enough. Not really clean line, but I can't really get a ruler in there. So now I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's a sharp angle on there. So that will make it a lot easier for the rudder to actually move. Alright, let's get to shaping the actual rudder. Using this as a guide, but I'll also use the actual plane. I'm going to just go ahead and replicate this one, I guess. This one should be fine. Let's see what spot to use. Go ahead and cut this piece off. Okay. Alright, this piece here should be big enough. I'm going to go ahead and just do it. Basically just tracing this. Once I trace it, I can get more perfect on the angle I'm looking for, or the lines I need. This will all get cut off, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, that's just rough what I outlined. Put this up here. Put this in shot here. It'll go somewhat like this. That looks just about right. Alright, now I'm gonna put this line straight down. I'm just gonna go ahead, take my X-Acto knife, my ruler. I'm gonna cut this out. Once again, I'm not sure how much of this you'll be able to see. Holy crap, I almost stabbed myself. Alright, so you see in the new rudder there, in comparison to the old one, pretty much the same shape. Let's check how it fits on the actual plane. Pretty dang good, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and flatten this edge and basically all the way around. I'm gonna flatten just the edges. That'll make it more aerodynamic. I tried this on the original one and I noticed that it actually did not make the it didn't make it any less strong, which was really good. basically just compressing the foam and the paper on the outside keeps it so it doesn't rip or tear or anything. So that's good. Basically just compressing the foam, like I said. I'll do this on the other side too. Then after I've compressed it like this, I'm going to put a layer of tape over it just so it'll hold the shape, because the foam wants to expand back to what it was originally. Just going over it a few times. You can use your fingers too. It's not as straight, but it works good. Oh, jeez. I'm not too worried about the black around the edges. That's not that big of an issue for me. This plane's pretty beat up already, so it's the final check here on this other side. Yeah, I think it'll turn out pretty good. What I'm gonna do is just, like I said, tape up around the edges here. Alright, now we have a nice rounded rudder. It's kind of where it gets tricky because you really only got one shot. But go ahead and make sure this fits one last time. Right about there. And the actual hinge will only be along this line. Okay, moment of truth. Oh, hush. Hush. Alright, one side is fit on there pretty good. See that it's pretty good motion. Now we'll just do the other side. This clevis is kind of in my way, so hopefully that won't. I'm sure you can't see that now. This clevis is kind of in my way, so hopefully that won't be too big of an issue. Let's see how big that piece is. A little bit bigger than that. Size about right. Yep, it's good. Good size there. Alright, now what I'm going to do is attempt to apply it to the rudder first. Alright, so bend it a few times just to get that foam worked in a little. But now you see I have a good hinge there with a lot of throw and a very large rudder, which will help me be able to steer a lot easier, and it'll let me turn a little bit easier because this is a 3-channel plane. Turn, I meant roll. Alright, so now I've just got to fit this clevis here. I'm actually going to have to go get my radio quick so I can turn this on. Otherwise, this will not be centered. So, be right back with that. Alright, I'm back. I have my radio here. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on first. See the green light there? We're going to go ahead and plug it in. I'm going to let my gyro center. Alright, so now my gyro is centered and my servo is centered. I'm actually going to go ahead. You see that I had to have it over there before, and that could have had something to do with that rudder, so I'm going to go ahead and put this to center. Alright. No, there's really no servo chatter, but now I can see where I need my clevis to go, which is right about here. So I'm going to go ahead and press that a little bit. Alright, so my hot glue gun is heated up fairly well. Make sure I have this on the right side here. Now I'm just going to run a bead of hot glue right in that little channel and stick this clevis on. Alright, that bird. Alright, the bird's being loud again, but I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more on there. Just to make sure that doesn't come loose. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to adjust this a little bit. Shut up! Shut up! Oh my god. But anyways, I'm gonna have to adjust this a little bit. Put the Allen key in there, because right now I'm full left trim. This is centered. Right here, I'm at center. So, that is full left trim, so I'm gonna have to readjust a little bit. I'll do that quick. Alright, got up the Allen wrenches. No, stay off of there. No, no. What the hell? This is the bird that's been making all the noise. Good lord. Okay. So, I know it's one of the smaller ones. I'm gonna put them up on this chair. Try this one. That's too big. Okay, that worked. Now we're gonna center this and just go ahead and tighten it down. Okay, now you can see that that's a lot better. It's a little bit off the other way, but that's not a huge issue. I can easily adjust it with trim and fix that. Let's try that right now. That looks about perfect. Alright, that looks pretty good. See that it has full range of motion right here. So that looks pretty good. Hopefully we'll be back in action and I can make another video soon. Thanks for watching.